How dare you kill me in such an impertinent manner?
But I love that John Woo movie.
I don't think so.
I said that just this morning.
Okay. The female women in the back. You know you.
I beg your pardon?
I'm waving. Yep.
Well, my friend's grandmother got me and my best friend into Robotech. And
That's just sad.
I actually think that's a first because I've heard a lot of my dad got me into Robotech, but my grandma got me into Robotech. It's like when I hear K-Earth 101 when they say, hey, classic hits of the 80s and the 90s, K-Earth 101. And I'm like, wait, it used to be 50s when I was listening to it.
If you ever tell me that your great-grandfather got you into this, I'm quitting.
well, so this is obviously a show that has it spans across generations. It touches like everyone. I know my little cousin. She's like, have you seen Robotech? Who got you into it? My sister. I'm like, oh, okay. So it's like from well, it's obvious that it's touched a lot of people. Like that man over there.
Yeah.
How did Carl feel, and how do you feel that you've touched like so many people across so many generations?
I have to tell you, I'm always shocked when I go to conventions and people come up to me and tell me that they joined the military because of Robotech.
And they were real pissed off that they didn't get any of the mecha.
And you know, I mean, it's usually a very positive thing too, and you know, so I think on that standpoint, it's a wonderful thing that inspires somebody to have a career because of this show. So.
Well, I don't think that you would have all the anime that you have right now that's come into America if it hadn't been for Robotech.
Yeah.
I think it really was the thing that spurred up it all on. So,
And we're proud of that. I think that's a testament to what we did, that you guys are here now. I mean, it's still touching people 25 years later. It's not that the material's been updated or anything. It's the same material we did 25 years ago, but I guess we did it right because everybody. I'm sorry?
It's prettier looking.
I thought you said it's free.
but you have to remember that we were all actors, and we weren't looking for voice work. We were looking, this work just kind of came around, and all of a sudden we said, oh yeah, it pays. That's good. And career. It's better than doing showcases. And I mean, so I think for a lot of us who started back then, we just kind of fell into it, which of course is not the way it is now, because now it's just highly competitive. But in those days it was just another job that we kind of fell into, got paid, which was still acting.
Yeah, we were working actors.
Yeah.
And actually, Carl gave all of us a great gift because he kind of opened this door for us, and many of us on this panel still are voice actors to this very day, still working in this business.
We all are.
Yeah, we all are. So he gave us a tremendous gift by introducing us to this world that we may never have known had it not been for him. So thank you, Carl, for that.
Family, I'm going to give you a Terror Culture edition, all 85 episodes. So you guys can all watch together. All right. Over here with the glasses.
This is a little more contemporary, but was Carl at all involved with the film project, the live action? Can you speak to that at all? Or, because he said he was working with you, did he come back into that fold?
I can't talk about that at this time.
Yes, you would.
But if you ask that young girl's grandmother, she'll know.
In the white. Yeah,
you know, I said how you just fell into the job. Well, and then the first few days, like, how was your screen cutting? oh, it's probably going to roll downhill, or like, it's all you guys motivated to be next?
Well, we had, a lot of us had been working at a particular studio in town. It was called Intersound, which was a division of Harmony Gold. We went there. I remember I started out doing what they called Indonesian grunt films, which is, they were excuses for big fights. You know,
We called them chopsaki.
Chopsakis now, but they would be like an hour-and-a-half film with nothing but violence in it. It would be excuses to set up fights. So we all learned how to take an arrow to the throat and a rock to the forehead and stuff like that.
Actually, some of Jackie Chan's early films we worked on too.
Yeah. So as we were there at Harmony Gold, or at Intersound, this project came along through Harmony Gold, and they went to Intersound to record it. So there was a built-in talent pool, a starting talent pool that they could tap, you know, and then they had auditions to fill it out. But there was a number of us that had been doing these awful films, these bloody films.
These fine motion pictures.
Fine motion
Mouse.
All right. They say imitation is the best form of flattery. Since he's not here, can any of you do an impression of him?
Of Carl?
Yeah.
I'm not doing that in front of Svea.
I'll do Kramer though. I'm Steve Kramer.
Thanks, guys.
I should call him Jigen over here. Jigen. Call him Jigen.
First, let me apologize for being really bad with names, but this question is directly for the director of the documentary.
Keith Maxwell.
Sorry. If you could talk about the burden you had to take on, facing you by taking on not only the challenges of being true to the story that is Carl and Robotech, but also being true to the vision that of the hands-on started by starting the documentary themselves, and ultimately how you can able to do all that and still make it something that's uniquely your own.
Actually, it was not a burden, per se. I was, first of all, very honored that Tommy thought to call me. And second of all, it was such an honor to pick up the ball, as I said, where Carl left off. And not only that, but Harmony Gold gave me, Tommy in particular, gave me total artistic license, really, with it. He handed me some materials and said, run with it. And basically, that's what it was. And so I got to be very creative in the process. And the result is what you see, the first episode. Yeah, not a burden at all. It's more of an honor. And I didn't know Carl. And as I got to know him through the materials that were being handed to me, and I was previewing his footage and hearing the stories and reading the text, I regret that I didn't know him. He's an amazing man. He was a creative man, and he was well loved. And for that, I'm also honored to be a part of. But again, I'm honored to be part of this project. And I got to know Robotech 5 years ago through Harmony Gold with the first project. And it's a fascinating series. It is dramatic. I'm learning more and more even now as I'm previewing. I haven't seen all of the episodes, but I'm almost there. I've almost seen about all of them. But it truly was groundbreaking and unique and quite special. And so to see the enthusiasm about it now is I understand it more and more as I go on. So for that, I can't say enough to be so proud to be part of this project.
I think this is a creative business, and it draws in a lot of creative people, but every now and then somebody comes along who is beyond creative. I mean, they're self-motivated. They can take something out of nothing. And there are people like that in the business. I'm not going to name names, but Carl was one of them. And if we've been in the business a long time, and we run into a lot of different people, a lot of different creative types, but very few that can create something out of nothing. You know, they're like the prime source. They're the ones that start the ball rolling. And Carl was like that.